is the HOD, Pharmaceutical Chemistry. We have Professor Gideon Baklitz, Geography and Planning. Dr. Ruth A. Irimia is HOD, SSE. We have Professor B.T. Ngufo from Chemistry and Faculty of Natural Sciences. In the procession is Dr. Francis Kwede from the Faculty of Law, and Dr. Sunday Oni, who is HOD, Physical Health Education. Allow me also to recognize other distinguished professors, Professor Augustine Efua Enahoro, Department of Mass Communication. Professor Frank Eman Idoko is of the Department of Theatre and Film Arts. Allow me welcome also Professor Amaka Ezwike, who is Head of Department English. Professor Georgina Monsat is the Dean Faculty of Natural Sciences. Allow me also to welcome very warmly in the procession there is Professor Angela Miri, who is the Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Lokoja. And of course, a very warm welcome to all the Vice Chancellors from visiting universities. You're highly welcome. In the procession, ladies and gentlemen, is the Registrar of the University of Jos, Mr. Monde Danjem. Allow me to acknowledge Mr. Yakubu Gomos, who is the Executive Director, Advancement Office. And also the representative of the University Librarian, Dr. Kupiem, is in the procession. Mr. Al-Hassan is the Bassa University of Jos. A distinguished professor in the Department of Sociology is Professor Ejikeme. He's in the procession. And allow me also warmly welcome, in the procession is the Dean, Faculty of Arts. I'm talking about Professor To Irapu. We have the Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. Professor Lami Lombi. The Dean, Faculty of Medical Sciences, Professor Yilto. Ladies and gentlemen, the registrar is actually leading the council members. You're highly welcome. In the procession is His Royal Highness, His Royal Majesty, I beg your pardon, Oba Dr. David Victor Olagbade Olateru Olagbede III, CFR. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Chancellor of the University Olowo of Owo, Ondo State. Session is the Executive Secretary of the University's Commission. I'm talking about Professor Rashid. Thank you, and you are most welcome. The Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, ladies and gentlemen, is also presenting the visitor. We'd like to welcome Lady Esther Oparadike of the Federal Ministry of Education, Headquarters Abuja, Dr. Philomena Mudbam, and Honorable Usman Lamido, Mr. Samuel Adewumi Abejide, Mr. Ahmed Issa Dutse. You're highly welcome.
want to recognize with deep respect Professor Abubakar Adam Rashid, MNI, MFR, FNAL, representative of the visitor, the President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are highly welcome, Professor Abubakar Rashid. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. In the procession also is Dr. Christopher Piuna, who is now the internal auditor of ASU, head psychiatric unit. Thank you. That is announcing His Royal Majesty's presence in our midst today. Thank you, sir, Your Excellency, for gracing this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please all rise for the national anthem? Thank you. It's being coordinated by the students of the Music Department, University of Jos. The national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. The pledge, the national pledge. Thank you, students of the music department. That was the Unijos national anthem. Sorry about the mix-up earlier on. So we'll now proceed as they take. We're going to start with the opening prayers.
We want to welcome you very specially to the J.T. Hussaini Stadium, University of Jos, the visitor, the Chancellor of the University of Jos, the Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, University of Jos, the Executive Secretary, NUC, other principal officers of the university, our invited distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our awardees, and of course our graduates, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you and welcome to the combined 29th and 30th Convocation ceremonies of the University of Jos. You have watched the procession, and we quickly now go into the event proper. Without wasting much time, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to welcome to the podium for a welcome address. It will be delivered by I know that the Chancellor will speak, but permit me to call on the Registrar.
You don't have the order of proceeding. See it here. The Registrar.
Yeah. They didn't give us.
Okay, so you call on the Registrar now. I'm the one that will anchor.
Once again, allow me to call on the Registrar of the University of Jos, Mr. Monday Danjem, to come formally and take over as he introduces the Chancellor who will declare the convocation open. Thank you very much.
The visitor to the university, Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, members of the 13th Governing Council, members of Senate, my lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I call on the Chancellor to declare the 29th and 30th Convocation open for the conferment of first degrees, postgraduate degrees, diplomas, postgraduate diplomas, as well as the award of certificates, prizes, and honorary degrees of the university. Pro-Chancellor, sir. Sorry, Chancellor, sir.
The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, executive governors, honorable ministers and commissioners, members of national and state assemblies, my lords, your excellencies, your royal highnesses, members of the Senate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, by the authority vested in me by Section 4, subsection 2 of the University of Jos Act of 1979, I declare the convocation open for the conferment of first degrees, postgraduate degrees, diplomas, and postgraduate diplomas, as well as the award of certificates, prizes, and honorary degrees of the university. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause, please. So that we will follow up, please, the proceeding is on page 25 of the booklet. Page 25 of the booklet so that we can follow. Sorry, sir. Bring one of the copies to him. The visitor, executive governors, your excellencies, your royal highnesses, members of Senate, my lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to most respectfully invite the Honorable Chancellor, His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. David Victor Folabade Olateru Olagwegi III, CFR Olowo of Owo Kingdom, to address the convocation.
Your Excellency, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and visitor to the University of Jos, ably represented by the Executive Secretary, Professor Rashid, members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the National Assembly, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, Right Honorable Barrister Simon Bako Lalong, Your Excellencies, visiting Executive Governors, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Honorable Chancellor of the University of Jos, Vice Chancellor, University of Jos, Pro-Chancellor of the University of Jos, and Vice Chancellor, University of Jos, the Vice Chancellor, members of the state executives, members of state legislature, my lords, spiritual and temporal, Your Royal Highnesses, members of Council and Senate of the University of Jos and other universities, visiting Vice Chancellors, academic and non-teaching staff of University of Jos, distinguished guests, parents, graduates, and great Josites, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks yet another milestone in the history of the University of Jos, as we gather here to witness the 29th and 30th combined convocation of the institution. We give all glory to God Almighty for making it possible for us to be part of this occasion. The University of Jos started as a modest campus of the University of Ibadan in 1971 and metamorphosed into a full-fledged university in 1975. Today, University of Jos has become a preferred academic destination whose graduates have excelled in their chosen professions within and outside the shores of this country. The University of Jos, with 12 faculties, postgraduate school, several centers for research and development, is awarding diplomas, bachelor's, postgraduate diplomas, master's, and doctoral Ph.D. degrees in various disciplines to cover success of this momentous occasion. Could not have been possible without the unflinching support of the federal government, state government, corporate organizations, alumni staff, and students, to whom we remain grateful. On behalf of the Senate, Convocation Committee, and the entire university, I sincerely welcome the visitor to the university, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to Jos. I also congratulate you, Mr. President, for the exemplary leadership you have rendered to this great nation since your election to the presidency, particularly your unrelenting effort in ensuring peace in the state in particular and the nation in general. This has provided the needed conducive atmosphere for academic and social activities in the campus. I'm most thankful to God Almighty for the development. I commend the efforts of the federal and state governments, different security agencies, religious and traditional leaders in achieving this feat. I believe that this commendation effort will be sustained at this juncture. I wish to encourage all and sundry to support these efforts by imbibing the virtue of peaceful coexistence and pursuit of meaningful development. The entire people of our kingdom extend their warm regards to the good people of this university in particular and Plateau State in general. I want at this point to sincerely appreciate and commend the current management of the university for the giant strides recorded within the short time it has been on board. I'm sure you will have seen the new structures springing up, especially on the permanent site. This is a clear evidence of commitment and diligence, as well as testimony of judicious application of both statutory subventions from the federal government and the internally generated revenue. In addition, the university is relentlessly working hard to move to its permanent site in Naraguta at the shortest possible time. With valuable support from the federal government, state government, corporate organizations, and well-spirited individuals, this is achievable. I sincerely wish to appreciate the University of Jos Alumni Association for mobilizing its members in support of the university's development efforts. Worthy of note is prompt response to the fire incident that affected the university library on the Naraguta campus and the recent foundation laying of an alumni center complex also on the Naraguta campus. I also wish to appreciate the various staff unions in the university, ASU, SANU, NAT, and NASU, for their wonderful support, without which the academic achievements we are celebrating today would have not been recorded. Distinguished guests, I also thank the students for their exemplary conduct, given the quality of the graduates we have nurtured. We believe they will form the engine that will drive the economy towards the comprehensive development of our great nation. I congratulate all graduates as you leave the university to join the workforce of this great nation and beyond. May your alma mater, the University of Jos, always remain warm in your heart. And let the motto of the university, I quote, discipline and dedication, end quote, continue to guide you in all you do. Your Excellency, the visitor, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for taking the time to be part of this convocation today, and wish you journey mercies as you return to your various destinations. Thank you, and God bless you all.
The visitor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now call upon the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council to deliver his address.
Your Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and visitor to the University of Jos, represented by our amiable, highly disciplined, and highly focused Professor Rashid Abubakar, Executive Secretary of the National University Commission, members of the Federal Executive Council here, members of the National Assembly here, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, represented. You know we are all supposed to be at the convention in Abuja today, and I had to choose between here and there, and I chose here. Your Excellencies, visiting executive governors or represented, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Vice Chancellor, University of Jos, Honorable Chancellors of the other universities, Pro-Chancellors of the other universities, members of State Executive Councils, members of the State Legislature, my Lords, spiritual and temporal, Your Royal Highnesses, members of Council and Senate of the University of Jos, and other universities, visiting vice-chancellors, academic and non-teaching staff of the University of Jos, distinguished guests, parents, graduates, and great Josites. Won't you? I'm a Josite too. In equity, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I feel very highly delighted and humbled to, on behalf of the 13th Governing Council of this great university, welcome you all, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to this auspicious occasion, the 29th and 30th combined convocation ceremony of this renowned citadel of learning. Situated in a place, I think, at every opportunity, as the most beautiful place you prepare for, as if you are going to London. People don't know you are coming to Jos. And Jos is unique for that. A beautiful place to go to. 2 nights ago, I felt so cold, I had to wear the kit I wear in London. And I lay down, and my head was cold. So I was looking for a cap to wear. Last night, it was much better. That is Jos for you, the university of choice. If you want to go to London, come to Jos. I want to join also. I want all of you to join me specifically to welcome the visitor to the university and our indefatigable president and commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, to this solemn occasion. I feel highly elated that I am standing before you today for the first time in my capacity as the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the 13th Governing Council of the University of Jos. When we were inaugurated and we went to the liaison office in Abuja, my Vice Chancellor told me, you are the chairman of the 13th council. I said, what? 13 has followed me here. 13 has followed me here. People dread 13, but I love 13. And the luck and success that have followed me everywhere I went because of 13 has brought me to Jos. And we are going to enjoy this relationship. You know, I was the 13th editor of the Daily Times, 1976 to 1980. I was the 13th Minister of Information of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1986 to 1990. I live at plot 13, Bush Street, Okukwe State. My office is 13A, Sylvia Crescent, my law office. You'll be surprised. You know, anywhere, 13, 13, 13. I moved to my law office. I was to move on the 13th. On the 12th, I didn't move. Then the following day I moved. I discovered it was 13th, February. Anything 13 brings luck. And the 13, this 13th council will bring more luck to Jos than you have ever seen. all we beg for is everybody to know that we are here because of the students and the lecturers. Every other thing is ancillary. I beg you, nobody should hold us to ransom. Please, I beg you. I beg you. This gives me hope. As the chairman of the 13th Council of this university, we have challenges. All of us must come together and work together and do things together and succeed together. Failure is not in the dictionary we use. I will, at this juncture, want to thank the visitor and president for coming in the person of Rashid Abubakar, great guy, to the aid of the university, which suffered a lot of infrastructural deficit by approval, the rehabilitation of the Bond University main library, which got built 7 months before we access office here. And we also thank the visitor for approving a third fund intervention for the construction of the newly created Faculty of Engineering and Management Services in the there are mistakes here. I don't want to say, what do they call it in Kano? So did not have the privilege of getting a takeoff grant like the others. This university was the only one that was not given a takeoff grant. And for years and years and years, it had done without that grant. We pray that the NUC Executive Secretary takes a message home that is better late than never. We want that great grant. We need it. See, the University of Jos is equally working at improving its internally generated revenue to augment government's subversion, which has continued to dwindle as a result of many other competing ones. The 13th Governing Council of the university has synergized with the management of the university under the leadership of Professor Sedi Sebastian Maimako, who shares in the vision of the Governing Council to move the university to the next level. Coincidentally, the Vice-Chancellor is today exactly 2 years in office. I thought someone would recognize it by clapping. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to report that in spite of the paucity of funds, the Governing Council and the university management have put staff welfare on the front burner because it is a catalyst for greater productivity, whether in the field of teaching, research, or general administration. This has helped in no small measure in sustaining the academic excellence the university is known for. Your Excellency, the visitor to the university, distinguished guests, I cannot end this speech without congratulating our graduates who valued certificates of the University of Jos. I urge you to go out there and shine and be true ambassadors of the University of Jos. To our honorary awardees, Professor Umar Dambata, former Inspector General of Police Mike Okiro, and Gabriel Malo, we sincerely congratulate you on being singled out to be honored with the prestigious honorary doctorate degrees, honoris causa of the University of Jos. This is a mark of recognition to you for your individual contributions to society and humanity. They should also challenge you to do more, for to whom much is given, much is expected. Congratulations to all our distinguished guests. I want to say thank you for honoring us with your presence. And as you embark on your journey back to your various destinations, I wish you God's protection. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. The visitor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now call on the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Jos to deliver his address.
Maybe after my speech. So, but look at it quickly and then let us. The visitor to the University of Jos, ably represented by the Executive Secretary of TEDFON, his academic of NUC, his academic eminence, Professor Rashid Adamu Abubakar, the Chancellor of the University of Jos, the Pro-Chancellor, distinguished invitees, members of Senate, and members of the media. I have been warned, actually, not to follow this protocol list. The reason is simple. The protocol list contains a lot of errors. So I want to stand on the established protocol for this event. And I guess you will appreciate that. It is a delight that I join the Chancellor and Pro-Chancellors, or Chairman of Council, to welcome you all to the 29th and 30th Combined Convocation Ceremony of the University of Jos. This is the first convocation under the present
Pro-Chancellor, Chairman of Council, our very elder Prince Tony Momo, and also the first during my tenure as the Vice Chancellor. May I therefore take this opportunity to congratulate all our graduates for completing their studies successfully, as well as their parents, guardians, teachers, and other well-wishers. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my assumption of office as Vice Chancellor exactly 2 years ago came at a time when the nation was experiencing serious economic challenges occasioned by the worst recession in the nation's recent history. The federal government had commenced the implementation of some innovative reforms in the public sector with the aim of improving efficiency and service delivery in the face of economic downturn. It was a period of great anxiety for many Nigerians because most of the ideas being implemented were quite new and had never been associated with public service. Since assuming office, we've been relentless in our effort to key into the federal government public sector reform drive, which we consider as a guiding principle in navigating the treacherous waters of implementing radical reforms in an institution such as ours. 2 years down the line, we have been able to record some modest achievements, and this was largely made possible through the active support of our Chancellor, His Royal Majesty, Oba David Victor Folabade Olateru Olabegi III, CFR, the Olowo of Owo, and the strategic and resource-based leadership of our Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, our very elder Prince Tony Momo. I wish at this time to recognize the contribution of our immediate past Pro-Chancellor, Chairman of Council, Chief Don Itiebet, CON, and members of the 12th Governing Council for providing the needed focus intended to make the University of Jos a model institution of higher learning in Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. We benefited so much from their wise counsel, which set the tone for whatever progress that the university has made since then. Since coming on board, we have undertaken to implement some of those reforms which I just mentioned in line with the federal government's policy direction. We are introducing measures to strengthen our capacity in efficient and effective financial management, resource-based management, performance contracting, deployment of ICT, corporate governance, and corruption eradication measures, as well as encouraging the culture of team building. However, one of the biggest challenges the university has had to contend with over the years is the issue of funding. Being a public institution, the main source of funding is from the government, which, owing to the prevailing hostile economic environment, has increasingly been unable to cater for much of our financial needs. This has forced the university to institute strict financial control measures aimed at ensuring some measure of revenue-generating initiatives aimed at diversifying and improving our revenue base. In this regard, we recently acquired the Naraguta Bond Bricks and Clay Factory, which is being resuscitated, and we hope it will commence production soon. The University of Jos Consultancy is also being reinvigorated to make it a stronger player by engaging in commercial activities, which of course is their main mandate. As a research-intensive university, and with the support of all the federal government, through TED Fund, we are creating awareness amongst academic staff with the objective of resetting their mindsets towards looking inwards for more productive and impactful research that will attract international funding and support. The university's Office of Research and Development is empowering our researchers with the skills and competencies to enable them package cutting-edge researches into brilliant proposals that will attract global funding. A number of outstanding academic staff are already leveraging on this to establish very exceptional research programs. I would like to thank our international collaborators, for our partners for availing us with such linkages and partnerships, which have contributed to strengthening our academic and research programs. Mr. Visitor, sir, the University of Jos, true to its tradition as a leader, has done a sterling job towards developing systems and procedures used in service delivery. It is in recognition of this that the university was unanimously chosen to host the second quarter meeting of the National Universities Commission Parastatal Savicom chapter, which we hope will take place on the 27th and 28th of this month. I believe that the recommendations arising from the deliberations will go a long way in improving service delivery and feedback mechanisms in the university system. The University of Jos is totally committed to the development of this nation and the realization of the National Economic Recovery and Growth Plan of the present administration, under the able leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. To this end, we have embarked on an intensive staff development program designed to create a pool of lecturers and allied staff whose pedigree would be regarded as globally distinctive. They are expected to lead the charge in the task of preparing the next generation towards achieving the goals of the National Development Plan. In the past 2 years, 363 staff of the university have been given approval to undergo various training programs, including 134 being sponsored for PhDs, 88 for masters, 57 for first-degree programs /HND, and 84 to obtain other certificates. On completion, they are expected to significantly contribute to the drive to reposition our students for future leadership roles. For the students, there has been a steady increase in the number being admitted into the university from about 5,000 5 years ago to about 8,000 now. This has led to rapid increase in the student population from 21,000 to over 38,000. The University of Jos will continue to deploy relevant and technology-driven learning tools to improve the quality of education. The goal, of course, is to produce graduates that have the relevant skill sets and relevant for the 21st century. The feat by Mr. Nwafo Shinaza of Fobike, a 400 level of student of accounting, who won the 2018 annual task quiz, organized by the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, is only but the latest example of our achievements being exhibited by our alumni members found over the world who are undoubtedly global torchbearers. Another alumnus in medical lab science has done the university also proud, and he is being given a global recognition as a graduate of this university. Over 170 alumni, including several state governors, deputy governors, members of the National Assembly, top-ranking government officials, captains of industry, and leading names in the entertainment industry, among others, comprise a key component of the highly skilled manpower that drives the economy of this nation. We are indeed proud of their achievements, including that of the initiator and public face of the recently internationally acclaimed and nationally celebrated Not Too Young to Run Act, recently signed into law by the President, Mr. Samson Otodo, who is an alumnus of this great university. I commend the efforts of the university alumni led by the President, Alhaji Idris Yakubu, for embarking on several projects aimed at adding value to the system, including the building of an alumni center meant to cater for the diverse academic and social needs of alumni and other members of the university community. In fact, he just informed me this morning that work will soon commence on the alumni center, maybe in the next 2 weeks. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the university has, in recent years, benefited from substantial investment towards improving its physical infrastructure through TED Fund, the Presidential Needs Assessment, and other interventions from government. Many stalled projects, some of which we have started more than 10 years ago, are now being completed, including the Central Bank of Excellence, for which work will soon recommence. I wish to commend the Central Bank Governor, Dr. Godwin Emefiele, who is a true friend of this university. His commitment in ensuring that this project is completed and delivered to the university is highly commendable. Given the acute infrastructural deficit that has bedeviled the university for most of its existence, it is heartwarming to note that critical projects are being undertaken and are now at various levels of completion, including, but not limited to, the Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Management Sciences, the Senate building, the rehabilitation of the African Center for Phytomedicine Research and Development, the extension of the health clinic, amongst many others. Though through internal funding sources, we have also renovated and completed many new projects, including halls of residence, lecture theaters, labs, and offices. Our ICT infrastructure is relatively well developed, with a state-of-the-art data center, an appreciable number of computers, and ITC equipment deployed at our various campuses are available for use by students and staff, as the University of Jos is amongst the best technologically equipped institutions of higher learning. We are still working hard to increase the ratio of computer access among students and staff. In a similar vein, we are operating an elaborate library system comprising 4 libraries, whose modernization program has made significant progress. Today, the library boasts of many electronic databases with full journals and over 7,000 volumes accessible to all our students and staff. I am pleased to report that our main library complex at the Naraguta campus, which was gutted by fire in October 2016, precisely 8th of October, is currently undergoing rehabilitation, and we are hopeful that it will soon be delivered to the university by the end of this year for use. For this, I wish to register my profound appreciation to the federal government through the National Universities Commission, the TED Fund for facilitating this facelift, to our numerous stakeholders who have contributed to our campaign codenamed Beauty from Ashes Project by donation in cash and kind towards revamping and restocking the Bond Library. We are deeply and profoundly grateful. I assure you that all that you are putting in will not be in vain. You are investing in humanity. When I was appointed the Vice Chancellor 2 years ago, one of my major concerns was to improve the level of discipline among our staffs, to help maintain among our staff and students to help maintain the good name of this university. And in line with our motto of discipline and dedication, this is not out of place. The university management has since introduced some measures which includes organizing the governance structure of the university to allow students representation and engagement of student leadership in continuous dialogue. These measures have worked very well for the university, and we have been experiencing peace in this university and in all the various campuses. We shall continue our efforts to increase our engagement with the student community for greater awareness and better discipline. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the university places a lot of premium on staff welfare. We have, as a consequence, sought to maintain cordial working relationship with the 4 staff unions on campus, and this has contributed to industrial peace and harmony. Of course, it has not been easy, and we want to appreciate them for accepting us with all our inadequacies. In this regard, I wish to commend both the unions and staff for their patience and understanding in the face of paucity of funds to cater for all their demands and to improve on staff welfare. However, I strongly believe that if we continue to put or work together, we can devise creative ways of addressing some of these demands that which of course will be a win-win situation for all of us. Mr. Visitor, sir, Your Excellency, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the university management has done its best under the circumstances to position University of Jos as a world-class institution of higher learning. In this wise, I feel confident to proclaim to you today that the men and women we present before you will represent the best of society. Among those graduating with degrees and certificates, we have the following classifications. Distinction plus first class, we have 33. Second class honors upper division, 1,950. Second class honors lower division, 5,738. Third class degree, 3,149. And those with past degrees, 351. Our graduates in the field of medical sciences and pharmaceutical sciences, those that have passed and are qualified and have been admitted into their respective professional bodies, we are producing 734. Diploma graduates, 99, sorry. Postgraduate diploma, 103. Postgraduate diploma programs, Masters of Arts and Masters of Science, 2,906. PhDs, 170. Back sets, 2,820. Grand total, 18,349. May I inform all graduates to check our website after this convocation to know when to come for their certificates. One of the highlights of today's ceremony is the conferment of honorary degrees to some distinguished Nigerians who have made unique and outstanding contributions to national development and humanity. They include, in no special order, 1, His Royal Highness, Engineer John D. Malo, Saf Butura, who will be, and also the chairman of Bejefta Group, who will be conferred with the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa, D. Engineering. 2, Sir Mike Mbama Okiro, the immediate past chairman of the Police Service Commission, and also a one-time former Inspector General of Police, who will be conferred with the degree of Doctor of Law, honoris causa, LLD Law. 3, Professor Umar Dambata will be conferred with the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, D Science, an eminent engineer and administrator par excellence. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I thank all our gallant academic and non-teaching staff, as well as our students, for their commitment to duty and positive projection of the Unijos brand, which has enabled the university to earn its reputation as a foremost destination for intellectual enterprise in Nigeria. Our immense appreciation and gratitude goes to all the federal government, or to the federal government for supporting us in all our endeavors and for discharging its core mandate and responsibility as a proprietor with distinction. May I once again congratulate all our graduates on your achievements. May you find success in all your future endeavors. Mr. Visitor, sir, thank you and God bless us all.
Mr. Visitor, Honorable Chancellor, permit me at this time to invite our visiting Vice Chancellors, Rectors, and Provosts of sister institutions or their representatives to come and present their goodwill messages. You will all file up, and as you come in, you introduce yourself with your university and present your goodwill message and leave. While they file in, may I most respectfully invite the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor to come and receive the goodwill messages. Visiting Vice Chancellors, please just file in. Visiting Rectors, visiting Provosts or representatives. You come through this year, please.
Okay, while they take their positions in coming, we would like to acknowledge the presence of His Royal Highness, Mishkom Martin Shelders III, the Longumai of Shandam, and he's also the Vice Chairman of Plateau State Council of Chiefs and Emirs.
I'm excited. I'm the first among the visiting Vice Chancellors. And also I'm a local boy because I left from the University of Jos to be the Vice Chancellor at the Federal University, Gashua. I want to bring fraternal greetings from the Council, Senate, management, and students of the Federal University, Gashua. I want to salute your courage and the good works you are doing. This means that by the time I finish my tenure in Gashua, my file will still be open. Thank you very much.
Usman Adamu Isgay is my name. On behalf of my Vice Chancellor, Professor Fatima Batul Mukhtar, Federal University Dutse, and on behalf of Council, staff, and students of Federal University Dutse, we congratulate University of Jos on this auspicious occasion. Vice Chancellor, sir. Thank you.
I am Engineer Professor Sajo, representing the Vice Chancellor of the Ambrose Ali University, Epoma. On behalf of the Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, the Vice Chancellors and Senate members, and the entire university community at Epoma, we wish to congratulate you, the Vice Chancellor, and the university community for this great occasion. May you go from glory to glory. Thank you very much.
My name is Professor Amsu Moses Kembe, the Vice Chancellor of Benue State University. I'm an alumnus of this university. I graduated in 1984. And I'm happy to tell you that I'm carrying the torch of the University of Jos in Benue State. I bring felicitation of the entire university to the Vice Chancellor of University of Jos and entire management. And I congratulate everybody here. Thank you. God bless.
Ayodele Adigun is my name. I'm presently the Acting Secretary General of the Association of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. So I am standing proxy for all Vice Chancellors that are unavoidably absent at this function. So I want to congratulate the Vice Chancellor and members of the Council and Senate. Congratulations. And also an alumnus of this university.
Shake the hand. Thank you. Thank you.
I am also an alumnus of this great university. I graduated from the Department of Botany, Faculty of Natural Science in the year 1984. And presently, I'm the Vice Chancellor of Federal University, Kashere in Gombe State. On behalf of my Chancellor, Council, Senate, management, staff, and students of Federal University, Kashere, I congratulate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I am Professor Vincent Adotenebe, the Vice Chancellor of Taraba State University, Jalingo. I bring you greetings and warm well wishes from the good people of Taraba State and the whole university community of Taraba State University. Congratulations, University of Jos.
I'm Reverend Dr. Sekenwa Moses Briska, the Provost of Brodum Lutheran Seminary, Yola. On behalf of the Archbishop, Reverend Dr. Musa Filibus, who is also the President of the Lutheran World Federation. Brodum Lutheran Seminary is an affiliate of the University of Jos. I bring you greetings from the entire church, and I want to thank the Vice Chancellor and the faculty members for a well-done job. We continue to pray for your success. Thank you, and God bless you.
The visitors, sir, my Vice Chancellor and my Chancellor. I am Professor Angela Freeman Miri, the Vice Chancellor of Federal University, Lokoja. It is homecoming for me as I am a full member of this community, and by the grace of God and through a benevolent individual who is here present with us and the visitor to the university and the Executive Secretary of NUC, I was appointed the Vice Chancellor of Federal University, Lokoja. I am doing my best to fly the flag of University of Jos, not only in Federal University Lokoja, but all over the nation. On behalf of our Chancellor, who is the Emir of Fika, and the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Nimi Briggs, the Senate, the management, staff, and students of Federal University Lokoja, I warmly congratulate University of Jos, my alma mater, for a job well done, and I wish us more successes ahead. Congratulations, sir.
The Vice-Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor, members of the Senate, distinguished guests that are here. Dr. Amos Bulus Chirfari is my name, the Provost, Federal College of Education, Panchin, located on the plateau, and also alumnus member of 1993 University of Jos. On behalf of the Governing Council of Federal College of Education, Panchin, the staff and students and the academic board, we deeply congratulate the university witnessing this 29th and 30th convocation. And I say congratulations to the Vice Chancellor and the entire university community. Thank you.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, my name is Professor Sani Kunya. I think I should be the luckiest representative here because I graduated 3 times in this university. 1992, 2001, and 2008. I'm grateful to University of Jos. On behalf of my Vice Chancellor, Professor Saminu Abdurrahman Ibrahim, and the entire Abubakar Tafawa University community, I congratulate you, Mr. Vice Chancellor, on your 29th and 30th convocation ceremony. Great Josite.
Thank you.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, I'm also an alumnus of University of Jos from the Faculty of Law. My name is William Barnabas Curix, the immediate past Vice Chancellor of Kaduna State University and now Vice Chancellor of Bingham University. On behalf of Senate, staff and students, management, I bring you warm felicitations from Bingham University. Congratulations on this auspicious day of your 29th and 30th combined convocation ceremony. God bless University of Jos.
Yeah, I'll stand on the existing protocol. My name is Engineer Daniel Marcos Boala, Assistant Director, Training and Research, Nigerian Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Jos. We have just been affiliated with the University of Jos. We are most grateful for that, and we wish to congratulate you, sir, on this auspicious occasion. On behalf of the management, the staff and students of Nigerian Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Jos, I congratulate you.
Mr. James Mashor Julson, Acting Rector, Plateau State Polytechnic, Barikin Ladi, and alumnus of this institution, Department of Political Science, and also a Ph.D., the same Ph.D. candidate, the same department. On behalf of the chairman of the council, management, staff and students, academic board, we wish our senior brother or sister a hearty cheers for attending this feat. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. So just
My name is Professor Johanna Daniel Izam, Vice Chancellor, Plateau State University. I'm also one of your own until 4 months ago, when you graciously approved my leave of absence for national assignment at the Plateau State University. On behalf of the Pro-Chancellor, the Chancellor, the members of management and Senate of the Plateau State University, staff and students of PLASU. And also, my visitor is here. I want to protest that he was not recognized. The Commissioner for Higher Education, Mrs. Wapmuk, and the students of PLASU want to congratulate you on this auspicious occasion of the 29th and 30th Convocation of the great University of Jos. Congratulations, sir.
My name is Professor M.S. Muhammad, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University, Lapai, in Niger State. My Vice Chancellor sends you a lot of felicitations. Everybody said he's an alumnus of University of Jos. If there is any other opportunity, I think I would love to be an alumnus of University of Jos. Congratulations, sir.
Associate Professor Dauda Andraus Gava, the Provost of Kolb Theological Seminary of the Ecclesia Yanwa, Nigeria. On behalf of the President of EYN, Reverend Joel S. Billy, and the Chairman Governing Council, Professor Paul Sambo Amaza, and the management, I congratulate the Vice Chancellor of the University of Jos for this wonderful occasion. And it is our earnest prayer that the Lord will continue to guide you and bless you, and that this relationship will continue cordially. Thank you very much.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, I am Isha Kuduya from the Kaduna State College of Education. On behalf of the administrator, the academic board, staff, and students, wish to congratulate you for hosting this ceremony successfully. It is our prayer that the Lord would uplift this institution to the highest level. Congratulations.
I am Reverend Dr. B.K. Danjos from the Evangelical Theological Seminary, Kaltungo, Gombe State. Evangelical Theological Seminary, Kaltungo is proud to be affiliated with the University of Jos, and we are also proud to be part of 29th and 30th Convocation. Therefore, on behalf of the Senate Council and the Governing Council of the Evangelical Theological Seminary, Kaltungo, Gombe State, we congratulate the University of Jos. Once again, we congratulate everybody and all the graduates. Thank you.
I am S.K. Akindele by name, the Provost of the Apostolic Church, Donald Theological Seminary, Damajigu, Jos. On behalf of the Board of Governors, the management and faculty members, and students of the institution, we are very happy to be affiliated to the University of Jos. And therefore, I congratulate you, sir. Many happy returns in Jesus' name.
Thank you.
A very big thank you to all of our visiting vice chancellors and representatives. Just to quickly say that conveniences are available at the basement, and anyone who wishes to use it, just go down the aisle and back at the building. Thank you.
Where are the organizers? This is money. Okay. So take charge of it. So you can take your seat, sir. Okay. Okay.
We'll quickly want to
with the permission of the visitor, the Chancellor, and the Pro-Chancellor, I want to apologize for the mix-up in protocol. The Governor of Plateau State, who is unavoidably absent as a result of the APC convention going on in Abuja, is ably being represented at this occasion by the Commissioner for Higher Education, Mrs. Elizabeth Wapmuk. We are profoundly apologetic for that omission. We didn't need the protest from my fellow Vice Chancellor of the Plateau State University. We are indeed very sorry for the mix-up in protocol. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Vice Chancellor. Mr. Visitor, as you can see from the Goodwill messages, University of Jos has come of age. You can see that we have produced so many graduates who have become Vice Chancellors, Rectors, and also Provosts. I want to thank you very much. Mr. Visitor, Honorable Chancellor, with your kind permission, may I invite the Governor of Plateau State, ably represented by Mrs. Elizabeth Wapmub, Honorable Commissioner, Higher Education, Plateau State, to come and deliver the goodwill message on behalf of the Governor.
The visitor to the university and president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, ably represented by the Executive Secretary of NUC, Professor Rashid Abubakar. The Chancellor of the University, His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. David, followed by the Olateru Olagbebi III, CFR, the Olowo of Owo Kingdom. The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Chief Tony Momo, members of the Governing Council, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Sebastian Memoko, other VCs here present, principal officers of the university, staff and students of the university, graduates of the university, honorary doctorate awardees, royal fathers, distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to represent His Excellency, Right Honorable Simon Bako Lalong, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, who has longed and loved to be here for this great and very important occasion, but has to be out of the state for another important assignment in Abuja. He asked me to deliver his goodwill message to this great or this august gathering, and I read, I feel highly honored and delighted to be invited to this joint 29th and 30th convocation ceremony of the University of Jos. On behalf of the good people and government of Plateau State, I heartily congratulate the visitor to the university and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, here represented by the Executive Secretary of NUC. I also congratulate the Chancellor of the University, His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. David Falagbade Olateru Olagbebi III, CFR, the Olowo of Owo Kingdom, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Chief Tony Momo, members of the Governing Council, management, and students of the university. On this auspicious occasion, I sincerely rejoice and congratulate the 3 awardees of doctoral degree of the university in the persons of Professor Umar Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman, Nigeria Communications Commission, Sir Mike Okiro, former Inspector General of Police and former Chairman, Police Service Commission, His Royal Highness, Engineer John Gabriel Malo Makwal, the South Butura, Bokos Local Government, Plateau State. May this recognition of excellence in your uncommon services to humanity be a further challenge to commitment to the development of the university in general and at this critical stage. To the successful undergraduates and postgraduates, I heartily congratulate you on the tremendous success after years of sacrifice and hard work. With this transformation, you will not only join the prestigious bandwagon of great alumni and ambassadors of the institution, but consider it as the beginning of challenge in the call to dedicated service to the country. As the chief host to the university, the state government is conscious of its responsibility in sharing in your challenges through exhibiting sufficient duty of care. I must also publicly acknowledge the robust intellectual contributions which the university authorities and staff have made since our coming to office in the areas of economic, security, and good governance at conferences, retreats, and serving on committees, boards, and panels whenever called upon. To a large extent, you have been partners in our capacity to restore confidence and hope in the people. We remain grateful and are always ready to ensure sustainability of such working cooperation for the common good. I recall, shortly on assumption of duty in 2015, and during the 27th and 28th convocation of the university, and celebration of the 40th anniversary of the establishment of the university, I made a commitment of donating 4 security patrol vehicles for rapid response and 4 tractors to the faculty of the university, Faculty of Agriculture of the university. Although some exigencies and challenges of the recession have not enabled us to completely redeem the pledge, let me, on my honor, reiterate our commitment to fulfill this soonest. Once again, I congratulate the University Council, management, staff, the graduates, and awardees on this auspicious occasion. May the Almighty God continue to guide and protect the university community in its service to humanity. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, the representative of the governor. Mr. Visitor, permit me to apologize to you because of the misplacement of the position of your speech. The visitor speech should be the last. As soon as he delivers it, then we'll close the occasion. But on the order of procession, it is indicated as the next. So permit me to shift it to the last. Thank you very much. The visitor, Honorable Chancellor, at this juncture, we are going into conferment of first degrees, postgraduate degrees, diplomas, postgraduate diplomas, and the award of certificates, prizes, and honorary degrees. On this note, I'll be calling the respective deans of faculties to come and present their candidates. So we are, at this moment, I wish to call upon the Dean of Arts to come and present his candidates for the award of certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Arts degrees.
Honorable
Chancellor, sir. Will the graduates for the award of certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Arts degrees of the Faculty of Arts please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Arts, including those for whom, in good cause, are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and learning, for the award of certificates, diplomas, Bachelor of Arts, degrees of the Faculty of Arts. The classes of degrees are as follows: first class degrees, second class degrees, upper and lower, third class degrees, past degrees.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Arts degrees of the Faculty of Arts.
Thank you, sir. Let me just make a small correction to avoid waste of time. The deans, as we call you, you can just stand there. We have another microphone there. So you just present the candidates there while the Chancellor will confer it on them here so that we save time. I call upon the Dean of Education to present her candidates for the award of certificates, diplomas, Bachelors of Education degrees of the Faculty of Education, University of Jos.
Will the graduates for the award of certificates, diplomas, bachelor degrees of the Faculty of Education please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Education, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of certificates, diploma, and Bachelor of Education degrees of the Faculty of Education. The classes of degrees are as follows: first class degrees, second class upper degrees, third class degrees, and past degrees. Thank you, sir.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Education degrees in the Faculty of Education.
Thank you, sir. I call upon the Dean of Environmental Sciences to present his candidates for the award of bachelor's degrees of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences, University of Jos.
Will the graduates of the award of Bachelor of Degrees of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Environmental Sciences, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of Bachelor of Science, Architecture, Bachelor of Science, Building, and Bachelor of Science, Geography and Planning. The classes of the degrees are as follows. First class degrees, second class degrees on upper and lower, third class degrees, and past degrees. Thank you, sir.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the Bachelor of Science degree in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences.
Thank you, sir. I call upon the Dean of Law to present his candidates for the award of diplomas and bachelor's degree of the Faculty of Law, University of Jos.
Will the graduates for the award of diplomas and bachelor degrees of the Faculty of Law please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, who I'm delighted to report is a lawyer, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Law, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of diplomas and Bachelor of Laws. The classes of the degree are as follows. First class degrees, second class degrees, upper and lower, third class degrees, and past degrees.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the diplomas and degrees of Bachelor of Laws in the Faculty of Law.
I call upon the Dean of Management Sciences to present his candidates for the award of diplomas, bachelor's degrees of Faculty of Management Sciences, University of Jos.
Will the graduates for the award of diplomas, bachelor degrees of the Faculty of Management Sciences please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Management Sciences, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent and for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and learning, for the award of diplomas and bachelor degrees of management sciences. The class of degrees are as follows: first class degrees, second class upper degrees, second class lower, third class degrees, past degrees.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the diplomas and degrees of Bachelor of Sciences degree in the Faculty of Management Services.
I now call upon the Dean of Medical Sciences to present his candidates for the award of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, and Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Anatomy degrees.
Will the graduates for the award of bachelor degrees of the Faculty of Medical Sciences please stand and remain standing. The Honorable Chancellor, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Medical Sciences, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Bachelor of Nursing Science, Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science, and Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Anatomy degrees. The classes of degrees are as follows: first class degrees, second class degrees upper and lower, third class degrees, and pass degrees.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, and Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Anatomy degrees.
I call upon the Dean of Natural Sciences to present her candidates for the award of certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Science degrees.
Will the graduates for the award of certificates, diplomas, and bachelor degrees of the Faculty of Natural Sciences please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Natural Sciences, including those who for good reason or for good cause are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the award of certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Science degrees of the Faculty of Natural Sciences. The classes of the degrees are as follows: first class degrees, second class degrees, upper and lower, third class degrees, pass degrees.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Science degrees in the Faculty of Natural Sciences.
Thank you, sir. I call upon the Dean of Pharmaceutical Sciences to present his candidates for the award of Bachelor of Pharmacy degrees.
Will the graduates for the award of Bachelor of Pharmacy degrees of the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the award of Bachelor of Pharmacy degrees. The classes of degrees are as follows: distinction and pass. I present.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the Bachelors of Pharmacy degree in the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences.
Thank you, sir. I call upon the Dean of Social Sciences to present his candidates for the award of certificates, diplomas, and bachelor degrees of the Faculty of Social Sciences, the University of Jos.
Will the graduates for the award of certificates, diplomas, and bachelor degrees of the Faculty of Social Sciences please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present to you candidates from the Faculty of Social Sciences, including those who, for good cause, are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and learning for the award of certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Science degrees of the Faculty of Social Sciences. The classes of degrees are as follows: first class degrees, second class degrees, upper and lower, third class degrees, and past degrees.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the certificates, diplomas, and Bachelor of Science degrees in the social sciences.
Thank you, sir. You can now take your seat, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Visitor, Honorable Chancellor. At this juncture, we will quickly call candidates with first-class degrees to come forward and shake hands with the Honorable Chancellor. At this occasion, the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor will stand to receive the handshake.
Thank you very much. As they prepare
So as I call your names, you quickly rush forward and have a royal handshake. Starting with the Faculty of Arts, and we are taking for both session, that's the 2014-2015 session, and the 2015-2016 sessions. We are taking all the names at the same time. Faculty of Arts, we have Uwumbula Uchenna. Uwumbula Uchenna. Is he present? Please. Okay. We have Faculty of Education, Akinwale Abiola Moses. That's what we have said now. As we call, please be rushing forward. I said Faculty of Education, we have Akinwale Abiola Moses. We have also Onyeka Emmanuel Onyeke. Please just rush forward. Faculty of Law, we have Adewumi Pelumi Olusegun. Faculty of Management Sciences, we have Famco Jennifer Bimbola. Faculty of Medical Sciences, we have Chika Uchenna Joy. And in the that same faculty, in the Department of Nursing, we have Nwankwo Florence Ngozi. As you shake, you go out, please. Please file out quickly. Faculty of Natural Sciences, we have Francis Stanley Victor and Ede Richard Richie. In the same faculty, Department of Physics, we have Eruka Moses. Same faculty, Department of Microbiology, we have Clement Precious Oyekuli. Department of Microbiology, we have Dingmun Panwul Jefta. Department of Science, Laboratory Technology, we have Adeku Ojo. We also have in that department Ajana Michael Olasun Kami. Alusun Kami. In the Department of Plant Science, still in Faculty of Natural Sciences, we have Efeduba Amaka Mary Rose. Is she coming? Department of Mathematics, we have Auta Jonathan Timothy. In that same department, we have Ado Keze Shedrack. We also have in that department Atuji Simon Sati. Department of Statistics, still in Natural Sciences, we have Egboka Chinonye Jacinta. Department of Computer Science, we have Jerry Blessing. Again, in the Department of Computer Science, we have 3 people. Amula Pake. Sorry, the names are put together, but I think there are 2. It's Amula Apake. And then we have Amakwan Regina Ayitayat. We have the last person in that department, Ogbo Emmanuel. Ogbo Emmanuel. Then in the Department of Geology and Mining, still in the Faculty of Natural Sciences, we have 2 people, Madaki Agwom Stephanus, Samuel Silas Adiolua. Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, we have Chuku Agata Ebere. We also have in that same faculty Ochimana Ogbadu. Faculty of Social Sciences, in the Department of General and Applied Psychology, we have Olukemi Shegun Mokuwash. We go into affiliate institutions who also have first class. St. Augustine Major Seminary, Jos, in the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies. We have in America, Francis Arinze. St. Albert Institute of Higher Education, Department of Philosophy. We have Sylvester Jude Basso. Mr. Visto, Honorable Chancellor, these are the candidates with first-class degrees. Thank you very much, sir. You can take your seat. Okay. I don't mean to deny you of your prize. Yeah.
We quickly like to acknowledge the presence of Professor Mrs. Viola Onwuliri, former Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You're warmly welcome, ma'am.
Mr. Visto, Honorable Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now want to go into the presentation of honorary degrees. Honorary degrees. Chancellor, sir, the Council and Senate of the University of Jos have resolved to resolve that honorary degrees be conferred on the following worthy persons. I am calling the names in no particular order, please. Professor Umar Dambata, he is the executive chairman or vice chairman, stroke chief executive officer of the National Communications Commission, with the Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa, D. Science. The next awardee is Engineer John Gabriel Malo Makwal, His Royal Highness Saf Butura, Chairman stroke Chief Executive, Bajefta Group Nigeria Limited, with the Doctorate of Engineering, Honoris Causa. The third awardee is Chief Mike Mbama Okiro, former Inspector General of Police and immediate past chairman of Police Service Commission, with the Doctor of Law, Honoris Causa. I therefore call upon the University Orator to present the honorary graduates one after the other for the conferment of degrees of the University of Jos.
All protocols observed. Let me ask that the DVC will bring forward Professor Umar Garba Dambata. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Umar Garba Dambata is the Executive Vice Chairman and the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission. He is an erudite engineer, astute administrator, philanthropist, and an outstanding nation builder par excellence. Born in Dambata local government area of Kano State, Professor Dambata obtained his Bachelor of Engineering and Masters of Science degrees from the Technical University of Wrocław in Poland and his Ph.D. from the University of Manchester Institute of Science and Technology, United Kingdom, respectively. The distinguished Executive Vice Chairman served as a lecturer in the Department of Electrical Engineering, Faculty of Technology of Bayero University, Kano, for 32 years, where he taught courses in telecommunications engineering and electronics, and held academic positions of Dean of the Faculty and Head of Department at different times. After his appointment as the Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission in August 2015, he has tremendously transformed the telecom sector in the areas of staff welfare, infrastructural development, consumer empowerment and satisfaction, job creation, standard information and communication technology revolution, research, rebranding of the telecom sector, cordial relationship with stakeholders, increase in active mobile broadband penetration, efficient monitoring and value-driven usage for the provision of different types of services. NCC under Professor Dambata is a recipient of several awards and recognitions, both locally and internationally. As a complete detribalized Nigerian, honor came home for Professor Dambata when the National Association of Oduduwa Students, a pan-Yoruba Students' Union, made him the icon of integrity and agent of communications development. At the recent University of Nigeria and Nsukka Convocation, Professor Dambata joined the list of eminent Nigerians who have delivered the Convocation Lecture of the university by delivering the 46th edition. Dambata declared 2017 as the year of the consumer. This is to underscore the importance he attaches to the consumer. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome this embodiment of excellence, this epitome of humility and leader par excellence, Professor Umar Garba Dambata.
May I call on the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor who come and address the awardee.
Yours is by the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer on you the degree of Doctor of it's not engineering, science. Yes. Doctor of Science, Honorary Causa, with the rights and privileges attached to it.
Will Sir Dr. Mike Mbama Okiro Will Sir Dr. Mike Mbama Okiro, CFR, MPN, MNI, please rise for the citation. Sir Dr. Mike Mbama Okiro, CFI. Sir Dr. Mike Mbama Okiro, CFR, MPM, MNI, is the 13th Indigenous Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He was born on the 24th of July, 1949. He attended St. Michael's Primary School, Kalabari Beach, Oguta. As a young boy, he attended St. Peter's Clever Seminary, Okpala. During the Nigerian Civil War, he studied philosophy at St. Augustine Seminary, Afaha, Obon, Ekotekpene, beguiled in exile. After the war, he got admitted into the University of Ibadan, Oyo State, where he bagged a Bachelor of Arts degree with honors in English in 1976. He proceeded thereafter to the University of Lagos and obtained a master's degree in public administration. He holds a Bachelor of Law and Master of Law degrees from our prestigious University of Jos. He, in addition, holds honorary doctorate degrees from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and Novena University in Delta State. He is an alumnus of the prestigious National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, Kuru, Plateau State. The young and energetic Okiro joined the Nigeria Police Force as a cadet Assistant Superintendent of Police, ASP, on the 1st of August, 1977, shortly after completing his mandatory one-year National Youth Service Program. He went through all the ranks of the ladder from Assistant Superintendent of Police, ASP, except Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG, and served in very critical positions to garner invaluable experience and expertise. His leadership style endeared him to the people, and he had full control of his men. Hence, during the police strike in 2002, Lagos Police Command was one of the few commands that did not go on strike, despite the complexities of Lagos. On assumption of office as Inspector General of Police, he worked tirelessly to provide a secure environment for the actualization of Mr. President's vision of placing Nigeria among the world's top 20 economies by the year 2020. He also created a channel of communication as a tool of bridging the police-public divide, the philosophy that gave birth to the Dawn newspaper. Sir Dr. Mike Okiro is a man with vast literary acumen. He has authored over 4 books of different genres, despite the Herculean task associated with his chosen career. He is happily married with children and enjoys playing chess and writing in his spare time. Please welcome the illustrious son of Nigeria, a writer, and a former Inspector General of Police, Sir Dr. Mike Okiro.
Thank you very much. May I invite the Honorable Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor, assisted by the Registrar, to confer the degree, first to dress the awardee, and then confer the doctorate degree.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer on you the degree of Doctor of Law, honoris causa, with the rights and privileges attached to it. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let them dress him.
Sorry, there is a souvenir here being presented by the SUG government, that is the Students' Union government, to all the awardees. I think maybe when we invite Professor Dambata to come back, at that time, we will confer, in quotes, his own souvenir. Thank you. Congratulations, sir.
Will the Deputy Vice Chancellor please bring forward His Royal Highness? The visitor, sir, and Vice Chancellor, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you His Royal Highness John Gabriel Malo Makel, the Sav-Batura Makwal II. His Royal Highness Sav-Batura is a resourceful engineering professional with a wide range of experience in the manufacturing and oil and gas industries. He was born on the 20th of January 1970. He has a Bachelor of Engineering honors degree in mechanical engineering and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. He started out as a trainee manager and rose to the peak of his career as the first Nigerian and black man to manage the multinational company Tenaris Global Services. And he is also the first black and Nigerian to occupy the position of the general manager at AOS Oil Group. As an astute entrepreneur, he established Bajefta Group in 1998 and initiated activities actively in 2005 as the managing director. The company has grown to become a household name in the manufacturing services and the oil and gas sector. Among his achievements are: 1, the development of all process control plan for the threading and finishing lines in Tenaris Global Services Nigeria. 2, successful integration of Warri facility after acquisition from former Hydril in 2007/2008. 3, designing and fabricating a hydraulic pressure jaws required for the feeding unit in First Aluminium Rolling Mills. This was locally done with available materials, thereby saving costs of imported and expensive unit. He has proven leadership skills and has attended various international trainings. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome this great motivator, who indeed is a team player and a family man, His Royal Highness John Gabriel Malo Makwal.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer on you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, with the rights and privileges attached thereto.
Our awardee is requesting all traditional rulers who are present to come and join him here for a group photograph within a few minutes. Okay. A souvenir being presented to you by our students. Thank you. Okay. Time is gone. No, put the time. Time is gone. Okay.
Hey. Hey. Yeah. With the kind permission of the visitor, may I invite the honorary awardees to come and just respond briefly, maybe in two minutes, starting with Professor Dambata. Okay, you can come on.
Prof, sir, this souvenir was here. This is being presented to you by our students, the Students' Union Government of the University of Jos, in recognition of your outstanding achievements, not only in the Nigerian educational system, but in the telecom industry. Congratulations, sir.
In view of the shortage of time, I would like to stand on existing protocol and by extension, pass my congratulatory message on behalf of the other honoree, Inspector General of Police retired, Mike Okiro, who I consulted with and agreed that, I would be also making this brief remark on our behalf. His Royal Highness, I don't know. I did not consult with you. You should feel free to make your own remarks, please, if you like. What do I say? To acknowledge this great honor and justify the presence of all these distinguished guests, vice chancellors, deputy vice chancellors, in particular, the representative of the visitor, who was my vice chancellor. What do I say, ladies and gentlemen, to give credence to this moment and occasion of profound historical significance? What do I say to serve as an appreciation for this recognition and great honor, knowing fully well that during great moments and occasions like these, one's emotional disposition can be put to test. This honor came just 2 days ago after I have been inducted into the highest engineering body in the land, as a fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I have, however, convinced myself that notwithstanding the enormity of the aforesaid challenges, I must pull myself together and acknowledge the personification of academic excellence exhibited by this university, recognizing our modest contributions to nation building and by extension to society and humanity. Universities all over the world are established to hold out to all students the opportunity for liberal education without distinction of gender, ethnicity, religion, or political inclination, and to promote academic excellence through teaching, research, and community service. To all intents and purposes, the University of Jos fits the bill of a progressive, a liberal style of learning of global reckoning indeed. Community service and indeed service to society and humanity has distinguished members of our community from their counterparts in other communities. This is because the driving motivation of members of my community, that is the academic community, is to make impactful contribution towards the social and economic transformation of society rather than any pecuniary consideration. I'm indeed proud to be a member of this community. Ladies and gentlemen, our country at this critical stage of development needs the contribution of our universities, especially in the area of conflict control, management, and resolution, to remove barriers of societal cohesion. We must ask ourselves hard questions about how we can replicate the atmosphere of peaceful coexistence, devoid of ethnic and religious intolerance in our campuses into the larger society. And our expectation is that the University of Jos, because of its strategic location, will set the face in this particular area to find enduring solutions to divisive factors in our immediate and wider communities that conspire to deny cohesion. I must admit that the Super Eagles have brought soccer to a nation in dire need of cohesion, and more needs to be done. The University of Jos has, through its award of honorary doctorate degrees to students of diverse background and geographical spread, demonstrated a shrewd ability in bridge building, for which they deserve our commendation. Of course, it is expected that they would play this important role because of their strategic geographical location and bring the same experience to bear in bringing lasting fees to their immediate and wider community. To do this effectively, they will need to leverage the power of information and communications technology, for which the Nigerian Communications Commission is a driving force. May I therefore propose a national conference on peaceful coexistence that will leverage the power of information and communications technology to sensitize our royal fathers, religious leaders, politicians, as well as community and opinion leaders on the virtues of peaceful coexistence, without which there can be no meaningful social and economic transformation in our community and larger society. I cannot conclude my short remark on behalf of the honorees without expressing profound appreciation to members of my immediate families, my wife, my children, her sisters, they are all here, members of the Nigerian, members of staff of the Nigerian Communications Commission, directors, deputy directors, assistant directors, and even principal managers, they are all here, as well as members of my immediate and wider communities. We have in this event, in attendance, the executive members of the Dambata Charity Foundation, which I founded. The chairman and members of the executive are here to share with us the glory of this occasion. we must acknowledge the presence of distinguished invited guests, those who are attending on this occasion. To honor Dr. Mike Okiro, I would like to go briefly through his list. This is a very short one. Dr. Monde Okechukwu, Akfol Uzo, Alhaji Bello Muhammadu, Dr. Bayo Bakanjoha, Chief Frank Ayorofo, Alhaji Ambassador Amin Abubakar, and Reverend Father Lawrence Soja. The other list of people who have honored us with their attendance is too list to mention them one by one, and I would like to say it is our fervent prayer and that those who traveled from far and near will have a safe and pleasant journey to their respective destinations. Our appreciation to all of them remains eternal. Long live the University of Jos, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that response on behalf of yourself and Chief Mike Mbatam Kiro. On this note, and with the permission of the visitor, may I invite His Royal Highness, Engineer John Gabriel Malo Makwal, for his own response.
I would have said the last address by Professor Dambata covered all of us, but since I've been invited, I count it an honor and a privilege. I will say to the visitor of the university, the Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor and his team, traditional rulers, my bosses that are here, and incidentally, the Chancellor of the university, who I would say in this assignment given by God is my Oga. And I want to stand on the established protocol as said by the Vice-Chancellor, so I won't derail. I want to say it's a great honor to be conferred with this degree. I would say Professor Nambata covered one of the key things that is in my heart. I would say to the graduates or the graduates that are here conferred with degrees today, please, in your canopies, if you can listen to this, I will appreciate that. I want to say that when you leave, like all of us had dreams and visions, the dreams are high. You leave with some castles in your head, but more importantly, I will leave us with this, that the bottom line is leave this university with the heart to serve. The Bible says the greatest among you should be the servant of all. If you will be the greatest, then you must be willing to serve. This will be my message to all the graduates. Today, you have been conferred with degrees. As far as this nation is concerned, you are the leaders of tomorrow. As far as this nation is concerned, you are the managers of tomorrow. And what that means is you must be prepared to be productive. And if you do that, I can tell you the sky will not be a limit. May the Lord bless us all. Thank you very much.
Mr. Visitor, Honorable Chancellor, at this time, we now move into the conferment of postgraduate degrees and diplomas. I now call on the Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies, to present his candidates for the award of postgraduate diplomas, Masters of Arts, Education, Law, Business Administration, Science degree, and the Doctors of Philosophy of the University of Jos.
Will all the graduates for the award of postgraduate diplomas please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present to you candidates from the School of Postgraduate Studies, including those for good cause, are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and learning, for the award of postgraduate diplomas of the University of Jos.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the postgraduate diplomas of the University of Jos.
Thank you, sir. Will all the graduates for the award of master's degrees please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, I present to you candidates from the School of Postgraduate Studies, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and learning, for the award of Master of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Science, and Master of Law.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the Dean stands proxy, the Masters of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Science, and Master of Law.
Thank you, sir. Will all the graduates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy please stand and remain standing? The Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present to you candidates from the School of Postgraduate Studies, including those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and learning, for the award of Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority of Senate, I award you both those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably absent, but for whom the deed stands proxy, the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Jos.
Thank you, sir. I now read out the names of the doctoral graduates, and as I do so, they will file out to have a handshake with the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor. From the Faculty of Arts, Isaac Ediba, Jerome Doga, Rejoice Songden, Chinelo Ezekulie, Gloria Fangil, Kezia Pam, Clement Chairman, Wadama Wadinga, Theophilus Sheshi, Rekaya Bubajoda, Simon Enweroji,
Ambrose Akwoto, David Ibi, John Akpeabu, Jacob Babalola, Dan Ella, Nancy King, Uzoji Ebere,
Please, come up. Just file in.
Yakubu Sanda, Angela Eze, Christiana Bitrus, Liatu Jatao, Victoria Gambo, Shukuma Etete, Yabo Musa, Comfort Bakao, Peter Akpan, Joshua Jabe, Susan Kolawole, Ruth Guyit, Clara Jibril, Saita Wakijisa, Uzuamaka Okolo, Isaac Micheliza, Musa Michelia, Evuti Zubairu, Bala Ata, Isa Usman, Blessing Solomon, Uraola Elimudu, Mohammed Dun, Ruth Irmia, Johnson Makut, Teva Atu, Moturayo Ayeleso, Emmanuel Owobi, Sylvester Yakwa, Mary Ayabe, Jessica Pinter, Irene Oko, Abache Tamida, Lydia Zamani, Celestina Njere, Clementina Bulus, Timsi Indupeji, Adebayo Babayemi, Grace Cholom, Mike Dio, Samuel Milaham, Justina Unegu, now from Faculty of Environmental Sciences, Ibrahim Binchak, Rubo Lekjeb, Erepitan Ola Adisa, Ademola Jima, Ebelechuku Ewerekowe, Emmanuel Momo, Ayodele Owonibi, Musa Wambai, Mohamed Kabiru Dahiru, Lois Okaraku, Wata Ditor, Janet Musa, Laraba Rico, Dorcas Adiago, Ibrahim Binchak, Dan Cholom Jambo, Seydou Abubakar, Simon Unisa, Ineka Ikobi, Nwese Karo, Vivian Chidozie, Joseph Toria, from the Faculty of Law, Yahaya Musa, Bridget Anigogu, Caroline Oba, Jesu Orobo Idugwe, Kenneth Nwokike, Ibrahim Shehu, Vintim, Halima Joma, John Tagema, Fola Jobi Ajayi, David Agu, Ayodele Adewale, Tewases Samson, Eric Igwe, Enoch Otto, Patricia Obi, Gloria Shajobi, Tena Kandwe, Colin Iheaja, Samala Gamba, from the Faculty of Natural Sciences, Namven Nimye, Bash Jelten, Johanna Awari, Michael Sila, Victoria Joshua, Stephen Chomini, Noel Dawan, Salihu Elayo, Davo Iyam, John Opara, Andrew Yako, Emmanuel Manset, Luka Danahap, Ode Okechalu, James Indako, Juliet Dodo, Sylvester Adejo, Ibrahim Babalola, Azra Akwaka, Japhet Noel, Japhet Joel, Abigail Ogbona, Sarajuddin Junaid, Shamboro Karao, Lois Powell, James Mako, Joseph Tongura, Kajin Falan, Alexander Eda, Simon Omale, Denen Asukwe, Mary Ogei, John C. Zogore, Joseph Senko, Mike Bankat, Musa Umar, Philibos Adakai, Mary Melafia, Japhet Jerima, Luka Dinshak, Shakdam Wakmuk, Yahaya Adadu, Ezekiel Adeyi, Janet Plan, Esther Ojile, Daskes Gulen, Lungashak Peter, Kacholom Best, Esther Ojile, John Emamo John. Other names include Nuhu Bakwa, Edwin Echu, Monica Kajere, Adamu Abubakar, Ahmed Sabo, Karo Uweze, Ibitade Jawodisi, Shegun Olomu. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Dean of Postgraduate School. Sorry, with the kind permission of the visitor, let me quickly call on one of the Ph.D. graduates to come and respond on behalf of the rest for just 1 minute. John Kennedy Okpara. John Kennedy Okpara, can you come quickly?
1 minute, 1 minute.
Please be very fast. Do we leave these prizes always?
Where's the slumber?
The representative of Mr. President, the Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor of the University, other distinguished guests, gentlemen and ladies. I'm excited to be here today and stand before all of you. The stage is only available for a moment to any man. And today, we have the stage. And on behalf of myself and all of us that are graduates, we want to say that we are indeed grateful to Almighty God who made it possible for all of us to succeed. Some of us 10 years, 7 years, 6 years to be here. And we thank the Vice Chancellor and the entire university for giving us the opportunity. But I want to say before I leave the stage
that the stage is for us today, but our job is not done until we are able to go out of this place to showcase Unijos, to stand for Unijos. On behalf of myself and my friends, I've also decided to see if we can renovate our celebrated A1 hall by the grace of God in honor of this great institution. And I pray that God will help the VC and the entire university to continue to showcase the University of Jos. Thank you and God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Visitor, permit me to quickly call the best graduating students. They may not necessarily come here for handshake. We'll just recognize them, call the names quickly, and then we move to the next program. We have the Chancellor's Prize for the best overall graduating students in the university. The student is Ifedura Amaka Mary Rose with a CGPA of 4.85. We also have Mary and James Dacker's Prize for the overall best student in the university. Is also Ifedura Amaka Rosemary. John Kennedy Okpara Prize for the overall best student in the university, also Ifedura Amaka Mary Rose. Then the university prizes, best graduating. In the Faculty of Arts, we have Owubula Uchenna. We have Nempan Monde Zaka. We also have Ike Mata Chinasa. In education, we have Stephanus Kim David. In environmental sciences, Ode Loki Onua. Faculty of Law, Atai Victoria. Faculty of Management Sciences, Ode Hope Morris. Medical Sciences, Chika Uchenna Joy. Natural Sciences, Ifedura Amaka Mary Rose. Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chuku Agada Ebere. Then Social Sciences, we have Olukemi Segun. That's for the 2014-2015 session. 2015-2016 session, Chancellor's Prize for the best overall graduating student goes to Idoko Oga John. Mary and James Dacker's Prize for the best overall graduating student, we have Idoko Oga John. Kennedy Okpara Prize also goes to Idoko Oga John. The University Prize overall for Faculty of Arts, we have Tutumo Give Okwe Wene, and Nempan Monde Zaka, and then Dagla Cyrus Bitrus. In education, we have Kinwale Abiola Moses. Environmental Sciences, we have Metu Ugona Christian. Faculty of Law, Adewomi Pelomi Elusegun. Management Sciences, Famco Jennifer Bimbola. Medical Sciences, we have Nwanko Florence Ngozi. Then Natural Sciences, we have Amula Apeke. And then Pharmaceutical Sciences, Idoko Oga John. Finally, Management Sciences, we have Shaibu Abubakar Mohammed. So there are many other prizes by individuals, but for want of time, we wouldn't call them. They are in the program, and so we will quickly go to the next program. Mr. Visitor, Honorable Chancellor, I invite the Vice Chancellor to hand over the graduates to the Alumni President. So you can use this. This one. This one.
The visitor, sir, the Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, having conferred on you the degrees of this great institution today, I want to remind you that the conferment is both for academic performance and good character. The demonstration of the qualification and good character would be felt as you represent your alma mater out there in the world. You are challenged today to go out and succeed. Go and take charge and apply what you have learned from this university. We also urge you to look back with pride when you are where you are coming from, with zeal, and give back to the university where you can. On behalf of the University of Jos Governing Council, the Senate, staff, and students, I hereby present you to the Alumni President for induction. Thank you.
The visitor to the university, the Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, all other protocols duly observed. I wish to now induct the new graduates into the University of Jos Alumni Association. My fellow alumni, on behalf of the executive members of the Alumni Association of the University of Jos and all of University of Jos alumni in Nigeria and the diaspora, I warmly welcome you to the University of Jos alumni with very great excitement. Today's graduation ceremony marks another milestone in the historic lives of all alumni members and all graduates today. But for the milestone, you now go out as ambassadors of the University of Jos as part of thousands of alumni spread all over the world. Wherever you are, during your NYSC, on your place of work, please identify with other Josites, consult with them, dialogue with them, and brainstorm on how you will keep to the vision of the founding fathers of the university. Think of what you can do for the University of Jos so that the University of Jos that you are leaving behind grows from strength to strength. You will be issued keep in touch forms to fill. This will enable you to keep in touch with the university through the Directorate of Alumni Relations in the Office of the Vice-Chancellor. On behalf of the Executive Council and members of the University of Jos alumni, I hereby induct you all into the Alumni Association. I wish you the very best in life, and I wish you success in life's journey. Welcome to the alumni body, and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, the National President. On this note, may I invite the Vice-Chancellor to come forward and invite the visitor to deliver his address.
I have the honor to invite the visitor to the university, His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, to address the convocation.
The Executive Governor of Plateau State, Right Honorable Simon Bako Lalong, represented by the Honorable Commissioner for Higher Education, Mrs. Elizabeth Wapmuk, the Chancellor of the University of Jos, His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. David Victor Falabade Olateru Olabiki, the Olowo of Owo, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council, Prince Tony Momo, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor S.S. Maimoko, members of the Governing Council, Senate, Management, and Principal Officers of the University of Jos, the Royal Highnesses, traditional rulers, present here, particularly the Longoma of Shandam, the honorary graduates, visiting vice chancellors, graduating and other students of the University of Jos, proud parents, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press. I stand to represent the visitor, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And what I am about to read is his own address to this convocation. It gives me immense pleasure to be here in Plateau State on the occasion of the 29th and 30th combined convocation ceremony of the University of Jos. I always feel happy to be in Jos, a city I consider my second home, having lived here when I was the general officer commanding the 3rd Division of the Nigerian Army in the early 1980s. I am particularly happy to note that the beautiful city of Jos and the exciting state of Plateau are now enjoying the benefits of peace and harmony after years of unnecessary and avoidable conflicts and disturbances which had threatened the position of the state as the first choice destination for Nigerian as well as foreign visitors. We must express our special thanks and appreciation to His Excellency Governor Simon Bakola Long for providing credible and effective leadership that has given a sense of belonging to the diverse communities throughout the state. We must also commend the entire government and people of the state for choosing to live peacefully with one another with a view to promoting sustainable growth and development in the state and in the nation. I urge the good people of Plateau State and all other Nigerians to always support the cause of peace and harmony, which is the only path of progress and prosperity. Mr. Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am glad to note that the University of Jos is gradually emerging as one of Nigeria's most prestigious universities, with strong interests in key disciplines of knowledge, including medicine, pharmacy, law, theater, and film studies. Arriving at this phase of development in the life of a university is indeed worthy of celebration. I must therefore congratulate the Chancellor and the Convocation, the Pro-Chancellor and the Council, the Vice-Chancellor and the Senate, as well as the staff, students, and parents who have made sacrifices to ensure the successes we are celebrating today. My special congratulations are reserved for all the graduates of today, including the 3 distinguished Nigerians conferred with honorary doctorate degrees in recognition of their laudable services to their motherland. Let me also use this opportunity to once more thank all Nigerians for their tremendous amount of love, support, and understanding extended to me and my government. We are encouraged by your support to continue to pursue the goals of good governance, which is the only guarantee for our collective security, peace, progress, and prosperity. Let me also restate that my administration is standing firmly on the pledges it made to Nigerians to fight corruption, improve security, and stimulate the economy to create more employment opportunities in the country. We shall continue to pursue these goals until we overcome all obstacles. We shall continue to sacrifice our time and energy until we succeed in restoring the dignity and respectability of the ordinary Nigerian. We shall continue to work with honesty, integrity, and dedication to change the fortunes of our country, and we are confident that we shall emerge victorious in our resolve to effect positive change to the lives of our people. Your Excellencies, Your Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are living in an age of knowledge, an age where education or human capital holds the key to our successes as a people and as a nation. Only education can instigate rapid social, economic, and scientific and technological changes needed to guarantee our march to the future with pride and confidence. Education remains our most potent weapon for injecting hope in our youth and in our ability to negotiate a better quality of life for our people. We need to change the way we do things in Nigeria. We need to change our attitude towards education if we desire genuine change and progress in our country. We need to change before it is too late. Nigeria's challenges are multiplying by the day. Tackling these challenges will require different but fresh perspectives anchored on innovative approaches to education delivery throughout the country. It is imperative, therefore, for universities in this country to take the lead in opening our minds to the emerging scenarios and equipping ourselves to meet the challenges posed by these changes. We cannot afford to be strangers in the new world being shaped by education and technological advancements. Our universities must be in the forefront of generating and disseminating knowledge and innovations to ensure our country's participation in the global knowledge economy. Government, on its part, will continue to encourage our universities and other tertiary institutions to produce the necessary skilled manpower with a view to building a strong economy capable of sustaining our change agenda. To demonstrate our commitments to the development of our nation's human capital, I have directed the National Economic Council to convene a special session on Thursday, 28th of June, to interact with the Minister of Education and his team on the major changes facing the sector. The Council is expected to receive briefings on issues such as out-of-school children, basic and secondary education, tertiary education, skill development and entrepreneurship education, as well as the thorny issue of funding and the judicious utilization of the funds. The meeting will also review and harmonize the mechanisms for partnerships between the federal and state governments for more effective formulation and implementation of educational policies and programs to ensure the success of our reform agenda. The overall objective of the National Economic Council's planned meeting on education is to underscore my administration's determination to transform our country's vast human resources into assets and agents of sound economic growth and development. Our universities in particular must be prepared to play a major role in our desire to create a safer and more prosperous nation. To play any major role in Nigeria's social, economic, political, and cultural transformation, however, all universities in this country must demonstrate commitment to the core values of honesty, integrity, transparency, accountability, and the rule of law. They must promote the culture of tolerance, accommodation, and respect for other people's cultures, religions, and ways of life. They must stamp out all forms of academic and financial corruption, social vices, and so on, including the worrying spate of sexual harassment, which has continued to tarnish the cherished reputation of our nation's citadels of learning. Government will henceforth deal decisively with any university council in the country that fails to deal with the reported cases of sexual harassment in their campuses. Let me once more congratulate the University of Jos for its numerous achievements as an institution devoted to quality teaching, research, and community service. I similarly commend the new council of the university under the leadership of my friend, Prince Tony Momo, for a peaceful atmosphere, for creating a peaceful atmosphere conducive to supporting quality teaching and research in the university. To the graduating students, I wish you all a successful pursuit of your career goals. You must remember that you are now members of the League of Ambassadors of this great university. And it is through your mirror that the larger Nigerian society and beyond will rate and assess the quality of your alma mater. I wish you successes as you graduate from here and go through the real world of challenges and opportunities. May the Almighty God bless you all through the journeys of your life. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, the visitor. I think he deserves a more resounding clap. Can we give him another clap, please? Thank you very much, sir. Before I call on the Chancellor to declare the convocation clause, with the permission of the visitor, may I call on Dr. Sarah Loas to quickly tell us where we shall take our refreshment? Just in very few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, quickly.
Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the following are requested to join in the robing room. All those from Entrepreneurial Center who robed there should go back there for refreshments. We also have the awardees, the council members, as well as Senate. Once again, awardees, council members, Senate, and all those from Entrepreneurship Center who robed in the robing room are to go back there after the event for refreshments. We also want to quickly acknowledge, very quickly, the wife of our Chancellor. We are very grateful to have the Olori amongst us. You are highly welcome. Thank you for joining us and thank you for making this event special. We have the Oba's entourage. They're here in their numbers. We don't have time to call their names one after the other, but we deeply appreciate your presence. We also want to acknowledge the presence of Odo Ben Urochi, who is personal assistant to the Office of the Deputy Governor, Ebonyi State Government. Also, His Royal Highness Agwam Izere, Reverend Dr. Isaac Azi Wekili. We also like to welcome Professor Habu Galadima, Director of Research, NIPS, representative of the Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral S.S. Garba, as well as very senior staff and directors of the Nigerian Communication Commission, led by Alhaji Usman. We're also very grateful to have the Honorable Chief Judge of Plateau State, represented by Honorable Justice A.I. Ashom, High Court of Justice, Jos. We welcome all visiting Vice Chancellors once more, Rectors, Provost, the Director, DSS, Samuel F. Young, Ambassador Aminu Majidadi, Dr. Amos Chirfat, Provost Federal College of Education, Panshin. All distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you and appreciate your presence. Thank you.
Mr. Visitor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I humbly and respectfully invite the Honorable Chancellor to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
So, MCs, you let us know how the procession will go. Yes. And secondly, please do not forget all these goodwill messages that are here. The protocol, ensure that you pick them. And the drivers to our dignitaries, the buses, get them ready as we go out. Thank you very much.
Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, particularly for our new graduates, you are reminded by the Alumni Office that you should please kindly fill in the pledge forms and return as quick as possible, meaning that you should return them before you leave this place. All the pledge forms that are filled out should be returned to the Alumni Office. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the procession will be in reverse order, but before then, before us are students of the Department of Music. They're going to render first the national anthem, and then, of course, the University of Jos anthem. But because we did not begin with a word of prayer, permit me, sir, to invite the dean, rather the chaplain of the University of Jos, to quickly come forward, Professor Ishmael Oboru. If you are here, please come forward and let's close this ceremony with a word of prayer. Thank you very much. Professor Ishmael Oboru. After his prayers, we'll take the University of Jos anthem, after which we take the national anthem and the procession in reverse order. Thank you.
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank and bless you for your love, your mercies, your kindness, your goodness, your faithfulness over our lives as individuals and collectively as members of the university community and the nation at large. We thank you for granting to us the successful completion of this convocation ceremony and granting that all went well. We return all the praise, the glory, and the honor to you in Jesus' name. Lord, as we close and leave for other activities and programs, that you will guide and lead everyone that you have brought here safely. And as we travel, you will grant journey mercies, and that your name forever and ever be glorified. Take all of the praise now and forever. In Jesus' mighty name we prayed.
Thank you very much. No driving, ladies and gentlemen. Let's avoid the right side of the stadium. It's one way out on your left. Only pedestrians can take the right.